welcome back to my channel. So today I have a fun video for you guys. I am doing a high-end versus drugstore makeup tutorial, not particularly in that order. I'm going to be showing you a bunch of dupes to create this fall look. It's very cozy. I'm going to show you how I got this cozy fall makeup look and using a lot of high-end versus drugstore twinsies. I love saving money. Who doesn't love saving money? So I want you to save your money if you can. I love doing these videos, they're so helpful. It shows you that you don't have to spend a ton of money on makeup to get the same look that I'm doing or other YouTubers are doing or magazines, your favorite celebrity, your mom. Also, I'm gonna be on Style Code Live tonight. It's a show on Amazon.com, talks about all things beauty and fashion, and I am gonna be doing a segment on beauty tape hacks. It's pretty cool. You might not want to miss it. It's going to be on tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time. I'll have the link below so you guys can check it out. And if you want to learn how to get this look and see which side is which side do you think is which? Drugstore, high-end, drugstore. Let me know in the comments. See which one is which? I'm going to start off with a high-end foundation. This one is from Marc Jacobs. It's the Remarcable Full Cover Foundation. This is really, really good at covering your entire face with a new layer of another face. I'm going to use this with my beauty blender. Just make little dots. And I'm also going to be using a different sponge for the other side of my face that's a little bit more affordable than the Beauty Blender. The Beauty Blender, as everybody knows, is amazing. It's $20. I think it's worth it. But I'm going to try out a different kind of beauty sponge and see how that works. This blends out your makeup beautifully. It soaks up all the excess moisture. It's very soft and it bounces on your skin very lightly. It just gives you the right amount of coverage. I'll just white out my lips. We don't need lip color anyways. And now I'm gonna go on to the more affordable side. So the Marc Jacobs foundation is $55 and the Beauty Blender is $20. So I think it's worth it so far. Let's see if the other side can compare. Got something in my mouth. Most likely it's hair, my hair for my head. So I'm gonna compare this full coverage foundation to the Revlon full coverage Colorstay foundation. This was one that I used all the time in my high school days and it seemed to work really well for me. It was kind of my go-to and I loved full coverage then just as much as I do now. I'm gonna use the Real Techniques beauty sponge to apply it. And let's see if we can tell the difference. Well, the sponge is a little bit stiff feeling. This is full coverage, but it's not as full coverage as the Marc Jacobs one. And it's covering up a good amount of my redness and my blemishes. This one is actually a little bit more dewy feeling than the other one. It's not as thick. Okay, so now it's the concealer's turn to battle it out. Which concealer is the best? So I'm going to be using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Custard here. I like this concealer mostly because of the way it sits on my skin. I like that it goes on smooth and creamy and it just blends out so nicely. It doesn't feel heavy or thick on my skin and it covers the under eye circles really, really well. So for the drugstore side, I'm using the Rimmel Match Perfection and it comes with a little applicator. So I'm going to use the applicator. Ooh. This one feels a little bit heavier on the skin than the NARS Creamy Concealer, but it does a good job at concealing my circles. It kind of has a pinky undertone that I'm not crazy about. This one has more of a yellow undertone, which I really like. But with drugstores, you're always going to find a lot of the concealers and foundations do have a little bit of a pinky undertone. It still covers the under eye circles pretty well. Okay, so next I'm gonna go into the eyes, the eyebrows. I have a little eyebrow palette from Rimmel. This is Brow This Way. It's a brow sculpting kit. And then I have on this side, Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Brow Palette. First I'm gonna do the Makeup Forever side. This has the brow powders on one side, and then it has a brow gel and then a highlight for your brow bone. And so I'm gonna take the two brow colors on this side and then dip a little bit of that brow gel in there just so that it acts as like a pomade. And I'm going to fill in my brows. So that's one eyebrow, and this is the higher end brow. I like the fact that they have 3 different shades so I can kind of play around and find my own brow shade. But let's go ahead and try the Rimmel, what is it? Rimmel Brow This Way Brow Sculpting Kit. This one doesn't have a mirror, so I'm gonna go back to this little guy to use this mirror. Okay, I'm gonna say that the hold on the brow this way is very intense. Okay, so next I'm gonna get into the eyeshadow. I'm really excited about this part because you are gonna save so much money. So much money. When I saw the shades that I'm using and comparing, I was like, oh my god, this is insane. This isn't Drugstore, but it is a more affordable brand that I really like using. This is the Morphe 35F palette. Great for fall looks. It's a lot of warm, neutral tone shades. I took this palette and I saw a few shades of MAC single shadows that are way more expensive than the entire palette. And the first shade that I'm going to be comparing is this one right here. This shade I'm going to compare to, are you ready? It's insane. MAC's Soft Brown. Look at how identical these shades are. This palette is $22. This eyeshadow, one eyeshadow is $16. That is crazy. So I'm gonna start off with the MAC side, or with the higher end side. So I'm gonna take my Morphe M505 brush to work that into my crease and start to blend it in there. I'm gonna also work it down onto the lid. When I saw this, I was like, oh my gosh, this is a lifesaver. So now I'm gonna take the Morphe 35F shade. I'm gonna take this shade right here, and I'm using a Morphe 504 brush to do this one. Why am I holding it like this? The same color. That's crazy. It's the exact same color. I'm gonna take MAC's My Mocha. Can you see it? It's a frosty shade. It's a frosty eyeshadow. And the dupe is right here. Crazy. And I'm gonna work that on my lid. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go to the other eye with a different brush. And I'm just gonna take this other brush, it's a MAC 213, and I'm gonna go into the dupey shade right there. I'm gonna pack it on to the Drugstore side. So yeah, that looks the exact same. I'm gonna be using this shade right here with MAC's Naked Lunch. I'm gonna work Naked Lunch onto the inner corners. And then for the dupe, I'm gonna take this shade right here. Okay, so if you, just a tip, you guys, I cannot find another eye pencil brush. So just a tip, in case you guys have an eyeshadow brush that you wanna use, but it has a shade on it and you wanna change the color, a hack for that is to use tape, like Scotch tape. You can just get the Scotch tape, rub it around, and it will take off the first layer of color. So I'm gonna take this tape right here and just put it on the back of my hand. And then I'm just going to clean my brush like so. There's no eyeshadow on it. That's off. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this shade right here, pop that into the inner corner of my Drugstore side. Ooh, that is very pigmented. Or I'm gonna darken up the outer crease. I'm gonna use MAC's Carbon. And then for the other side, I'm gonna take this black eyeshadow right here in the palette. This Morphe 35F palette against these MAC eyeshadows, which would add up to so much more money than this palette. I mean, it's insane. For the high-end side, I'm gonna be using Lancome's Artliner. I actually didn't think I was gonna like this brush, and it ended up being super easy to apply my eyeliner. It wasn't hard at all. And on this side, I'm gonna be using the L'Oreal Intense Liner, and it has a felt tip just like the other guy. And we are going to do another wing on this side. I think the eyeliners are very much identical. These guys are the same eyeliner. Come on. Same tip, same everything. Even when you take it out, it's the exact same brush, you guys. The exact same brush. So the next thing we're getting into is the lash mascara. For mascara, I'm using Lancome's, there's no, what is it? Oh, Hypnose Drama. I'm using the Lancome Hypnose Drama mascara. So I'm going to go ahead and take the L'Oreal Voluminous Original Mascara. And the reason I'm taking this one is because it has that same soft feel as the Hypno Drama from Lancome. And it has like a little bit of a curve to the brush like it too. So I was like, okay, let's see how these guys. Okay, so we are back. I'm going to go ahead and put on some bronzer. For the bronzer on the high-end side, I'm going to take the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soliel bronzer. Ooh, got an itch. For me, I feel like the dupe for that is Fit Me's 320. It's just a powder, and it's the exact same shade as the milk chocolate. And let's see, the blush, I'm gonna be putting on Bobbi Brown's Nectar blush on this side. Oh my god. And then on the cheaper side, I'm gonna put on the NYX blush in Coral Dream. Ooh, looks like that. Okay, so for the lips, I'm going to be using the Kylie Matte Liquid Lipstick in Brown Sugar. And I'm going to put that on this side. And on the other side, I'm going to be using ColourPop's 0.0 Ultra Satin Lip. The lips dry the same pretty much, but this is a little bit more on the cool tone side. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, thumbs it up for me. And if you missed my last 2 videos, they're gonna be below my box, so you can check them out. That one is really cool. You don't want to miss it. That one's amazing if you haven't seen it. I put a lot of work into that one. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. The big red button is right here. Click it before you leave. And if you're not a part of my notification squad and you are subscribed, you might want to click the bell so that you can stay updated when I post a video. You can watch it as soon as it comes out and be the first to comment in my early bird comment squad section. And that's it. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching, and until the next video, bye dollies.